Hello everyone, my name is Cesar Augusto Rodriguez and today I want to show you in this article evidences that this is a type of qualitative research. Because what is the quality posed in this academic discussion about 5E model implementation in the State University of Malong? The first thing is to identify the objective or the aim. And the aim is enhance the students' vocabulary achievement and to successfully encourage them to actively and enthusiastically take part in teaching learning process. So this help us to, to note that the qualitative methodology is appropriate because are taking into account not only numbers or figures but people. Then we can find, we are scrolling down, we can find here that students were involved in the process because as some extract and the article says, according to curriculum by Camp Foreign Language Academy, set up the vocabulary beyond in context, the instructional pedagogy asks students to look up words in a dictionary. So what does indicate us? That indicates that students are taking part in the research because they are the same at the same time the numbers and at the same time the actors of this investigation. What is the problem? The problem found in vocabulary course is that in second semester students are poor or weak in vocabulary comprehension. So what does it mean? This means that the research design is appropriate to address the aim of the research. Then, scrolling down, we can find the methodology used to make the research or to investigate. At first, the population. Say the extract says that some of them are employed from many technical factories who enroll in this institution. And the article is saying to us what is the population, and it is important to comprehend the qualitative clue of population. And making a discussion about the recruitment. The article says that the students have opportunities to learn constructively. So what does it mean? This means that the students, as it has been mentioned, the students are an important part of this research. And some strategies used to make this research are surveys and questionnaires, as it is said in some part. As it is said here, students can be exposed to finding words. No, sorry. This new method or strategy should encourage students' active involvement in vocabulary class. In the method should help students to relate their prior knowledge in order to foster an independent vocabulary learning process. What does it mean? It means that this research is about behaviors, attitudes of the students, motivation. The article is speaking about motivation for learning new vocabulary, obviously using a specific method that in this case is the 5E method, 5E stages. And it's interesting to find that the lecturer was the same researcher. It means that the same person who is addressing the investigation is at the same time the person who are leading the process of teaching learning the vocabulary. What was the method? This is very important. The method, the design employed in this study was classroom action research. This is talking about the quality of the investigation, because it is not statistics, but an environment in which students are involving into the research. The research design of the study collaborative classroom action research, and this indicates as well that this research show us the human taking part actively in the process of investigation. In this study, as we mentioned before, in this study, the lecturer researcher acted as a lecturer and the collaborator acted an observer. This is a clue for qualitative research. Also, it is shown here, the lecturer researcher must issue the questionnaire at the end of the action research. So a survey was applied, and what is important now? It is important that the results given by the application of the survey or the questionnaires are reliable, and the reliability is evidenced in the way of answering, in the way of students answered to questions. Strongly agree, less agree. But the most of them answered strongly agree, as we can see here. Strongly agree, strongly agree, strongly agree. Another important thing is that we can find the relationship between researchers and participants, because, we can see that the lecturer and the students are highly engaged and related, because the lecturer is the same research in a specific environment into the university. And finally, there are some ethical considerations, of course, and the ethical considerations is regarding, in this case, to the attitude of the teachers to apply the 5E stage model that help us to arise the motivation of students in the process, in the learning process of in the process of learning new vocabulary by using not only the previous knowledge, by, in this specific case, the 5E stages. So this indicates that there is an ethical consideration taken into account. And the analysis was sufficiently rigorous because the survey had some results that were analyzed, and on this analysis we can conclude some particular issues that help us to say if the method was effective or not. And the clear statement of finding indicate us that the method was the method was effective because it helped to improve the cooperative learning, and in the stage of explaining and elaboration stages are not only to emphasize the importance of teamwork. So if this is if this article in the end, in the conclusions, are speaking about are speaking about teamwork or collaborative work, it indicates that it's a qualitative research. Well, thank you very much for your attention. I hope it could be useful for our quantitative and qualitative methods of research.